Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the Superboy Hyper Beach, developed by Hyperkin. And if you think that is a mouthful, you should try saying it twice.
Hyperkin.
A storm is coming, but that doesn't stop you from jumping headfirst into adventure. Hyperkin's portable Superboy S lets you explore SNES games from any region with an NTSC PAL switch. Immerse yourself anywhere with a stunning 4.3-inch LCD screen, or plug in 2 controllers and play with your friends on the living room TV. Its rechargeable battery allows up to 10 hours of consecutive gameplay in crystal clear stereo sound. Even when the rain stops, you don't.
If you love Super Nintendo, you're going to love this. This is a Super Nintendo in the palm of your hands. With this, you can play video games from North America, or Super Nintendo games from North America, PAL region, and Super Famicom games from Japan. So the first game I'm going to show you is Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo from North America. So pretty much you put the Game Boy cartridge in like a giant Game Boy, and then we're going to go ahead, make sure the switch is on NTSC for North America, and switch it on. And I love this thing. My wife got this for me for Christmas last year, and it's one of my favorite consoles to have, to be honest. And so down here where it says 4, 3, and 69, you can change the brightness if you tap it, but then if you hold the button, it will like switch the screen size. And so that's pretty cool. And yeah, so the whole console is pretty much just a giant Game Boy controller, or a Super Nintendo controller, and here you can actually plug in authentic Super Nintendo controllers. And there's a switch, actually, it came with, and I could hook it up to my television if I wanted. So this whole thing can actually act as a Super Nintendo that displays on the TV. I can use my regular Super Nintendo controllers and play Super Nintendo through this. So, again, that's pretty cool. Now, for the Hyperboy's next trick, I'm going to play Donkey Kong Country 2, Super Famicom from Japan. So again, go ahead and stuff it in there like a giant Game Boy. And you leave the switch on NTSC, because, believe it or not, the Super Famicom games and the North American games, they're essentially one and the same. The only difference is the cartridge type. So we have like the boxed off cartridges, whereas they have like this rounded front. Yeah, so that's the only difference. You leave it on NTSC. Once again, you start it up. And here we have Donkey Kong Country 2. Hold on. So I'm ready to go. Super Famicom games, North America games, no problem. But actually the only problem I do have is I don't have any PAL region games, so I've never actually got to test out that feature, but I'm sure it works fine. So yeah, that's the Superboy Hyper Beach by Hyperkin. 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're a Super Nintendo fan. Otherwise, if you don't want to play your Super Nintendo games on the go, and you don't want to carry around a brick with your Super Nintendo games, I just recommend you play it on like the Switch Super Nintendo, or just a regular Super Nintendo. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.